My name is Jordan Boxer. I work in sports nutrition and functional medicine by actually working with a professional supplement company that sells supplements to trainers and healthcare professionals, which is a long-winded answer, but that's who I am. When I started with Marta, I was going through a pretty hectic part of my life, and I'm somebody who I've done Reiki myself, and I've been into energy work, but a friend of mine referred her to me to her, and I started with the chakra balancing, and I found it very effective. And I've done a couple other services, but really that's the one I've done mostly. To say all the sessions are life-changing would be false. I'd say every single session I come into, or most of them at least, give me a deep state of relaxation, which for someone like me with how much I work and the stresses of a busy life has been very beneficial. But I've had some pretty life-changing sessions, and I'm somebody who I meditate every day, and I've had it's almost like meditation on steroids, I would call it, where I've had an hour of a session, or 75 minutes of a session, and it feels like it was like 5 years of meditation crammed into one. So I don't really know how to describe it past that, other than the baseline of every session is you feel very relaxed and focused when you come out of it, and I've had some ones where I've been energized with motivation for weeks on end after, so very wide breadth of experiences. Like, let's say you're on a boat and you, let's say, turn the wheel a little bit and you're in the ocean. You might not notice right away that you're going a completely different direction, but when I look back on the work that's done and how many times I've been here, I see it, that I'm getting towards the direction I'd like to in my life. So I think for people who are really busy in their life, they don't necessarily give themselves enough time or self-care as a priority in their life. Coming to something like this, even if the most basic thing is just a deep relaxation, there's a benefit there. I think we, especially now, we're so caught into the next thing, we don't take a break, and coming to something like this, I found, just relaxes you. And then if you want to get into the energy side of it, as I think about it, it's the motivations and the calmness and sense of peace that comes out of having your energy balanced on a regular basis. And then what's crazy is the world opens up in a weird way, like coincidences or synchronicities become more common. So it depends on the person. Like if somebody's more open to the energy world, I definitely think they would notice the increase in synchronicities and the flow of life. If somebody's not necessarily in the energy world, I would take it as like a deep relaxation session, and there's a lot of benefits in that. So when I think about my life, and especially over the last 3 years that I've been seeing Marta, if I were to take Marta out of it, how would my life change? There's been some very big insights that have happened out of these sessions that have probably expedited my life on the right path that wouldn't have happened if I don't want to say wouldn't have happened, but would probably not have happened if I didn't give the time to this type of work. Since coming to Marta, my career's shifted. I've gained more success in my social life, in my romantic life, in my career life, like in all aspects of my life. So do I want to give her all the credit? No, I've done a lot of self-work, but I think putting the time in to coming to these sessions have definitely helped out with that. So it's been very beneficial and something I'm grateful for, and something I continue to do even to this day. It's not like I did it for a bit and I stopped. I just view it as a part of my daily or my monthly routine. Like I come on average once a month, maybe once every 6 weeks now. But I view it as like going to a massage or any other type of body work you might be used to getting. So it's something that's going to stay as a staple for quite a while. When I first started seeing Marta, she was working out of a condo downtown, right at Queens Wharf, which is King and Bathurst, or Front and Bathurst. And I hated going there because the traffic is always bad and it was hard to park, but the sessions were really worth it. And then Marta came out to a center right on the lake in Etobicoke, and it's just so much more relaxing. I feel the sessions are, you hold more onto it because it's not as stressful leaving, it's not as stressful coming here. And then if you want, you can just walk over to the lake and do a nice little walk. So it's a cool center. I like it. And I've done other things here. Like I've done classes that Marta has done. So it's nice because it's like somewhere to come for treatment and also good for a learning environment. When I think about my goals for this coming year, I would say I want to bring more grounded peace, serenity in my life. So I'm not necessarily worried about like attaining things. Sure, I would like to have more things in my life, but I think having the internal voice or emotion that I'm going through to be more peaceful on a regular basis. Marta is one of the most interesting, hilarious people I know. She cares a lot about her clients, but one thing I've noticed is she's always in a good mood. I personally really like the fact that she's extremely direct because I'm a direct person. So when I'm going to someone for coaching or therapy or whatever word you want to give it, I look for someone who's going to be direct because that's going to get me the most movement. So I found she's very direct, lighthearted, and I personally find her funny to be around. Like not like laughing at her, but just a joyful person overall. As a person, it's making me a calmer, more peaceful, more grounded person. And I think when you come out of life, or when you go into life, whether it's your work life or your romantic life or your friendship life or your family life, if you come from an inner place of peace and calm, you're going to have much more success, whatever that looks like for you, than if you come from a place of like franticness and like sort of this ADD anxiety energy that I find most people have these days. So for me, it lets me take a step back and look at what's going on and consciously decide how I'm going to move forward in life. As a final thought, the way I would sort of talk to people, because if you're seeing this and you're not somebody who's done energy work, I can understand like it seems like it's hocus pocus or frou-frou-y or something that's just out there and it's not real. I would say give it a chance and give it a chance not just once. Like maybe sometimes you need 2 or 3 sessions to really see the benefit. Again, to me, the least benefit is you're getting a deep relaxation, which I don't think we actually understand how profoundly good that is in our life. I've referred a handful of friends to Marta, and every single person has had, there's been words like life-changing and big shifts, and it's dramatic if you give into it. If you actually like, the changes can be quite profound if you submit to the process and give it a real try. So it's something that I would say, if you're resistant to this type of work and it's something that you've never really thought was real or you think it's sort of a scam or a hoax, like I've heard all those things, I'd give it a shot. Like give it do 3 sessions and see how you feel, rather than letting your mind tell you that it's fake. Like actually experience it and see how you feel.